demonstrate some visualization we're doing in Australia for a utility called South East Water. They're based out of Melbourne. And their challenge was, or is, that they're rolling out a sewer network across one of the neighbourhoods in Melbourne. And the challenge is that there's a lot of rocks fairly close to the surface. And if they hit rocks, the cost of laying a sewer pipe increases by a factor of 10. So by being able to see in 3 dimensions the underlying geology, and then not only to use that for planning, but also communication to their customer of exactly why they're putting the pipeline in a certain place in their property, they thought was a huge advantage. So they've invested in this 3D technology we call water in the visual city. And what you see here is essentially a 3-dimensional geospatial representation of the neighbourhood. We then carve up each individual properties into individual 3D blocks, if you like, and then allow those blocks to be rendered and shown in 3D, showing things like root balls and pipe locations for better planning. Here's an example of what could be shown to the end user. This is an iPad application that shows root balls here. Underlying infrastructure like pipes can easily be shown as well. And this is actually a cut of the data. You can see here the rock layer shown fairly close to the surface, a model of the home where it is, and this can be rotated around in real time, zoomed in and out, and identifying the various objects inside that 3D space. So look, in a very short space of time, I've tried to give you an overview of kind of what we're doing as a company. We're an unusual organisation built with a not-for-profit goal of catalysing the use of 3D for the benefit of New Zealand Inc. We believe that the application of that technology to a new market we are calling the Visual City will not only help change the way in which Auckland is managed, but also can provide an economic growth platform for New Zealand internationally. So thanks for your time this afternoon.
Questions for Gavin? I'm sure Ron Sito's got one.
Well, I'm just gobsmacked, actually. But, Gavin, I was really interested in seeing you talk about the iPad. I've got one myself. Which app? Do you just go to the iTunes store and get that app, do you?
Well, there is one that we've got up there called D8 Mobile that allows you to view 3D assets. You can go onto the App Store. But for South East Water who are using this, they think of it as their own secret source, so they don't want to publish it up onto the App Store for distribution. So, but we do have one public app up there.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Gavin? Okay.
Good, thanks.